What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, playing some more mono green Tron and trying out a creature build. Got the die roll nice. Let's see an opening hand. Got Jegantha in this one. Gonna go ahead and declare that. Power plant, forest, expedition map, all is dust. Is that good enough? I'm gonna say no and mulligan. And into a tower mine expedition map, Wandering Archaic. I've got him in here because I think keep this. We'll put the Ulamog to the bottom. He's going to be good against some of the decks that are trying to get things out for free. So be pretty effective if we can land him against some of the Shardless Agent into Crashing Footfall decks. See if we can get that matchup. Just whenever they cast it, I would not mind getting, you know, my two rhinos along with their two rhinos. And we are up against Tron. Okay, so in the Tron v Tron matchup, we have the Karn Liberated in hand, so we're in a good spot. These Wandering Archaics are not going to be the most useful in this matchup. In fact, we'll never cast them for their second ability, because if we do, our opponent can find a Tron land as well. We'll go ahead and crack our expedition map, get a power plant. There's the Elvish Reclaimer, one of our backup ways of getting Tron. I want to try that against the decks that run Vindicate as a way to, you know, they target a Tron land. Oh, nope, we just sack it. Put out our Karn Liberated, and that's going to be the end of the game. But yeah, we are a little weaker in the Tron v Tron matchup right now without the Karn Great Creators. We only have 4 bombs where they have potentially 8. I kind of want to pull out the Ugins. They don't really do quite as much. Bring in the Nature's Claims. Wandering Archaic is a good creature. Oh, and the All is Dust need to come out. For the Warping Whales? Sure, we'll bring in the Warping Whales. Maybe swap those numbers. 2 Warping Whales, 3 Nature's Claims. Being able to get rid of an early expedition map can be a viable strategy, so we'll see. Well, 1 land hand, that's going to be a mulligan. Interesting. Potentially this could do it. Yeah, but no, it's going to be too slow. To 4. And I think we'll keep here. Right? Yeah, no. We're going to try for the Nature Claim strategy. This is by far not my favorite way to go in this. That's a good find. But it can get us there. We just have to see. Okay, so it's an Eldrazi Tron build. Interesting. That does run a little differently. Chalice on 1. Grab ourselves a power plant. Oop, thought not seer. Okay, so could have run that probably a little differently there. Eldrazi Tron actually has less answers to us. Warping Whale, yep, they're going to take our one playable card. Can't get the Expedition map out at this point, but doesn't really matter because we get the Sylvan Scrying. Grabbing the tower. Now it's just a matter of what threat can we find to recover. Worst case, we have Jegantha next turn. It's just a matter of how much damage can they do between now and then. Alright, there's a Matter Shaper. Warping Whale. Alright, well, let's get our Jegantha out there. The big 5/5 blocker. Now that we have Tron online, our threats tend to be bigger than theirs. And I'm guessing they're a little mana short right now. Yep, stuck on 4 mana. Probably have some 1-drops as well. Alright, well, we are in a holding pattern for the moment. Only one playable card. We'll just keep our Jegantha up as the blocker. My guess is they probably have some Reality Smashers in hands and are waiting for that land. There's the land. Alright, Reality Smasher. Oh, Karn. Yep, that's not good. What artifact are they going to grab? Liquid Metal Coating. Yeah, that'll be... Okay, we've got one draw to find something. No real reason not to just create the creature here. Not that many instant or sorcery cards that really matter. Well, we'll cast the Wandering Archaic. This will give them a choice. We are losing Tron here, which is going to be rough. Puts it pretty strongly in their favor, but we have a decent board state. They drew another land. They're likely losing Karn, Great Creator here, unless they have another Matter Reshaper. Actually, no, they'll just double. Yep, they're going to take the mine. I guess they do have enough blockers that they do survive this, so... card we can't play. We do need to answer that Karn Great Creator. Or their board state. Let's see how they go. Choose to block. See what we can get off the draw. They get their third power plant, alright. We get a card we can't actually cast because of Chalice of the Void. Chalice on 1 is proving very effective for him. Yep, they got all 4 power plants. That's painful. We'll lose another land. They're going to be able to generate as many blockers as they need and get hand regeneration. Yeah, no, we've lost this. All my 1-drops being shut down there was fairly painful. And with that knowledge, I believe we do cut back on the Nature's Claims. Uggin's not quite a board wipe here. I don't like the 1-drops either. Yeah, maybe just the Uggins because they're not 1-drops. We don't want to lose that hard to Chalice of the Void. And we are running a fair bit of 1-drops here. There's a keep. That will be a hard hand for them to beat with us in the play. Barring Ghost Quarter, we'll go for the Chromatic. Eldrazi Temple. Potentially the turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer hand. Alright. We've got plenty of threats, though. They'll likely take the Karn. We'll go for the Wurmcoil if they do. Crack for green. Happen to just draw into Tron. Nice. Very nice. We'll still go for the Sylvan Scrying. Take an extra tower. I could try and, they now know we have Tron. I could have gone for more of a bluff by getting an extra mine, but I think they're more likely to target the tower. since it's already out in the field. Yep, there's the turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. They're going to take probably the Karn Liberated, potentially the Wurmcoil. It partially depends on what their follow-up play is going to be. They take the Karn, alright. The one condition where they may not have taken the Karn is if they can follow it up with a strong... So we'll play this. Get out the Wurmcoil Engine. Play the Expedition map. There's their Expedition map. Ooh, okay, 2 mana. Chalice on 1. Oof. Yep. Shuts down Abundant Harvest. We'll go to combat first. What do we want to do? This potentially gives us a good instant or sorcery or land. No, it doesn't. It's better to play it as a creature, it looks like. Alright, we'll go for the Jegantha here. Could have gone for the Blast Zone to get rid of the Expedition map as well. Ooh, Sorcerer's Spyglass, naming Karn Liberated. They now know what we have in our hand. This is a card they bring in because they're just trying to get rid of cards, and they're running the Karn suite, so they have a lot of artifacts that kind of affect, yep, naming Karn Liberated. One drop that does nothing. Do we get the Blast Zone here? Or do we get hopeful with the Sanctum? I'm assuming they have Tron this turn. I could be wrong, but If they don't, they're kind of in trouble. 3 creatures out. It's a pretty decent amount of power. I hit Tron Ulamog would be their best move. There's Tron. I'm guessing they don't have the Ulamog though, but if they can put out 2 more creatures, they're not in the worst spot. They played Walking Ballista for 0. Emrakul. Ah, clever. What can they do to really screw us up here? Handful of 1-drops. Pretty much they get to kill 1 to 2 creatures. And they can set Blast Zone on a number that doesn't matter. So if I were them, I'd kill the Jegantha. They could trade with the Wandering Archaic and get another card, see if they could find something, but... Oh, they could just blow the Blast Zone. That'd probably be their best move. Yep, so they're probably... Alright, they'll blow the Blast Zone. They'll swing in. They'll get rid of my 1-drops? Yep. If they leave us with the Blast Zone, that'd be interesting. I don't think they will. Swing, yeah. If we have all our creatures next turn, we swing and win. If we draw an Ugin, we bolt them. Yep, there goes the blast zone. And unless they want to play the tower, that's going to be going to combat, swing. Jegantha is most likely getting blocked by the Emrakul. Yep. What's our best draw here? Ulamog. If we can draw an Ulamog, I think we win. Oh, Forest is not an Ulamog. We'll go to combat. Swing with the Wurmcoil Engine. They can either give us a card or lose the Emrakul. Interesting choice. Hopefully they don't have something else big. 3 cards in hand. This could still be rough. But they either need a big creature, a Karn to lock down the game. Yeah, Karn Great Creator would get him there, or Ulamog would get him there, or 2 creatures that can serve as blockers would get him there. Oh. Alright, that's going to be tricky. Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, this will be an Ensnaring Bridge. We're not out just yet, but we are. It's going to be rough. And they not being able to play 1-drop sucks. Chalice is really coming through for them. I really should have used the Blast Zone to get rid of the Expedition map. But, oh well. We start losing mana here. We're not dead, but we need a very good draw to get out of this. Oof. Nope. That's gonna be. That'll probably be game. Yep. Weak to Karn Great Creator. And that doesn't matter because we can no longer cast it, and Ensnaring Bridge is out in the field. And Sorcerer's Spyglass is out in the field. We're pretty much locked down. They're going to just start eating away our lands. There's... Yep. Yep, a few turns too late. Alright, I'll go ahead and concede this. We'll get to game 2. Creature build is definitely weaker in the Eldrazi Tron matchup. Good to note, we just have fewer cards we can get that are effective. And while our creatures are more powerful, they now have Karn Creator, which... yeah, as soon as that lands, we're just done. We could beat the Emrakul. Things I would have done differently, probably, if I could... Getting rid of the Expedition map would have been good. Mine, Abundant Harvest, gonna be a mulligan. Turn, probably turn 4. Keep going. Keep. No green sources, so... But turn 4 Ugin. We'll keep that. If we do get a green source, we can turn 3 the Jegantha instead. Oh, this is going to be Affinity. The new Affinity, too. Okay. It's been a while. I kept the wrong creature. This will be an Affinity build. Ooh, a very effective Affinity turn. Trying likely the new Urza Saga land. Power plant. Chromatic Star. Karn Creator would be very nice in this matchup. So we are running a slightly weaker build because of that. Thought Monitor, alright. Yeah, wow. It's been a while. I think I would have tapped that differently. Yep. And now they're going to equip the cranial plating. Am I just dead? Yeah, I'm probably just dead here. The reason being because I can swap the cranial plating over here. And still swing for 10. I can always just to get rid of that, but then they still have lethal damage. Affinity has outraced us. What can we get with an Ancient Stirrings? Probably nothing that matters, but we'll find out. I do have the mana, but it doesn't matter for that because they'll just attach it to the flying. Yep, nope. That's our best move, but it still sucks. We're dead. They'll attach it to the flying creature. That's... Getting that for one, that's pretty impressive. This is a pretty nutty hand. There's the Urza Saga. Okay, it's a really nutty hand, yeah. Nature's Claims. Don't need these. Don't need these. I definitely think the creature builds are weaker. Wanted to try out the Wandering Archaics again. I'm not getting the matchup I think they'll be good in, but that could just be the meta right now on the die roll. Granted, we've only done 2 matches, so we shall see. Nature's Claim, but doesn't really do anything else, so mulligan. Oh, do we try it? Do we try this? I think so. Right? No, maybe not. It's hard. I have somewhat of a chance for Tron. Not guaranteed, though. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see. Also, for a different game, I would have preferred to have kept the Ulamog for that chance at turn 4 with the 2 towers, but this is Affinity, they're a fast deck. This actually might be one of the decks to bring in Void Mirror, the new card, so it'd be interesting if they do. They're on a mull to 6. Maybe they're debating whether to mull farther. It's never good when they do. Alright, now here we go. Power Plant. Chromatic Sphere. A lot of good draws we can get off the top, which is nice. Ink Moth. Ornithopter. Ornithopter. Alright, medium start. Crack for green. Yeah, alright, now that's a good start. Sylvan Scrying. Definitely better than the Abundant Harvest, but the Abundant Harvest is just in there as some extra possibility. Grab the mine, and we'll pass turn. We're in a good spot if they don't put any power out in the field this turn. Okay, yep, they can run that. And the fact they didn't hit the tower, too. Oof. Well, Blast Zone is usually a good find. It's going to be tricky here. Okay, we'd really like a power plant. Warping Whale. Interesting. That might save us. We'll pass turn. Depends on how they go for the kill. Okay, we got him. They got greedy. Although I don't like that it stays equipped. That's rough. Well, you're still dead, aren't we? Yeah. No, I can't actually beat that at this point. I would have needed a board wipe. Cleansing Wildfire here has got them the game. We managed to stall the instant death last turn. I was kind of thinking this would just fall off in the middle of... but I guess it doesn't actually move since the ability fails. I didn't get this up to 2 to get rid of that. So yeah, that'll be that game. And we didn't get Tron to really do anything, nor would it have mattered. All right, game 3. Wow. These are rough. Still, yeah. Trying this out, but definitely thinking Karn Great Creator builds are the stronger way to go right now. The creature builds are probably all going to have the same weaknesses here. What we got a minute here. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys running into as powerful decks? I like seeing Affinity back because, hold on here. It's actually, I never played it in a video, but I actually have a budget Affinity build I'd like to run. I used to play this paper, but this is pre-Modern Horizons 2. If the cards to upgrade it weren't really expensive right now, I definitely think, and I might try. Let me know what you guys think on that. But this was my budget build because online it was fairly cheap to build and kind of fun to play around with. But now, hey, it might actually be a thing again. Taking a minute here. Definitely got a lot more new cards. It's playing more like a true affinity build too. Mine's was more robots or back. Well, it kind of there was a time where the whole deck was primarily robots. You didn't even run any cards that said affinity. You were just playing the low cost spells and hoping to get a cranial plating out on them. But, oh, if they're running 4 Urza Sagas, those are still like $50 online. That's an extra $200 for 4 cards to get that playable. Oof. Hopefully we can get one of the Cascade builds, Shardless Agent, into the Crashing Footfalls, because that's really what I was hoping to test. I've run across them twice while playing so far, so I figured it'd be a decent chance. Nope. Alright, we got our match. Crossing fingers, because we need to start winning some of these. Declare Jegantha. There's Tron in hand, but no threat. Still going to be a keep. Start off with mine into Expedition Map. Alright, likely an Esper control build. We'll go ahead and get Tron online. Do we have to let him draw a card? No, we'll go for a different strat here. Grab Sanctum. They're going to get a land. While they have 2 mana, there's not too many extra things they can do. 3 mana, they start having more plays. Pretty much the strategy is going to be to go for the All is Dust. Using Sanctum to get Ulamog. Dakin Shadow Slayer, interesting. Go grab us an Ulamog. Oh, nice. We'll see if they're a build focused around getting cards in the graveyard, though. Alright, taking the opportunity to refill their hand. That does make one of our targets pretty apparent. And they're just going to scoop. Alright. Veil of Summer. All this seems pretty good, but we do need to start cutting some things. Warping Whale. So the added benefit of Warping Whale is that it does counter a Vindicate. What would we be giving up to really? We'll give up the Elvish Reclaimers for some Warping Whales. The reason being is these are a little too weak to removal. As well as now that they have full counter spells. Slow. Too slow. Not Tron. So, also going to be Mulligan. I like the Warping Whale though. Do we go to 4? Or do we count? Do I like the Olive Dust or do I like the Karn? We'll keep the Karn. There's a Hallowed Fountain tapped. They're going to hold up Counterspell this turn, whether they have it or not. We get to crack for green. Ancient Stirrings. What do we want here? Did not find what we were looking for. Take an expedition map. Play the expedition map. Nice, they do go for the counterspell, but that should let us get the Sylvan Scrying off to get our mine. And it wastes some counterspells for them. They're down to 3 cards in hand. We're not in the worst spot here. Let's see what they do. Alright. Alright, that's decent. We will take the opportunity to get a Jegantha out, because we want to use the Sanctum to go grab something when we play the Karn. More counterspells, Cryptic Command, yep. That one replaces itself, so we are weak to Vindicate right now. Two cards. Kaldra Complete, interesting. And Dakin. All right. Actually, we should be good from whatever they have. They left themselves very weak to Ugin. They were protected from the Karn. Because one of the cards in hand is a Kaldra Complete, so they shouldn't be able to force anything here. Whenever a control deck goes shields down, it's usually when Tron has the opportunity to sneak in. They were definitely getting the Kaldra if we didn't draw the Ugin, because we would have been Stoneforge. We would have gotten rid of it, but they would have ultimated the Dakin. And they would have killed the Karn with it. Sacrifice. Yep. We'll take a Wandering Archaic. -3. Land Dakin would let him get him out. That could be the move. Nope, just to Vindicate. Meaning that last card is a Kaldra Complete. Ooh, Batterskull. And we will exile that Batterskull. Pass turn. And that'll be the game. So, Esper Control we're actually feeling pretty strong against. Go to game 4. See if we can recover, get 2 more wins. It all depends on what we run up against. Esper Control, it looks like it's what every control player is swapping to. It may be stronger against the other decks in the meta, but it does, I think I've said this already, feels weaker against Tron. Vindicate, it's a powerful card, but it feels in the matchup, if they have to spend mana for a Vindicate on their turn, whereas Field of Ruin just was better for them because they got to hold up more mana with it, and it still got rid of Tron, which is, yeah, they can get rid of Tron here, but they're spending 3 mana to do it. Yeah, this is going to be a mulligan. Only potential, we don't know what Abundant Harvest would get, but 3, no other real decent search card. We are on the draw. Yeah, we're not keeping it, but if we were keeping it, the move would be Chromatic, Abundant Harvest, hopefully get a Tron land. If not, we'd just be in trouble. Mulligan. Double Tower, double Forest, double Wurmcoil Engine, Mulligan, Tron in hand, that's going to be a keep. Alright, Tower, Mine, Power Plant. Got to get rid of 2 cards. Second Mine, or since we already have Tron, do we go like this and just hope to get that extra land? No, actually we do this because this lets us turn for that Ulamog. Marsh Flats. Overgrown Tomb. Birds of Paradise. Alright. And we draw another mine anyway. Vindicates the probability here. I think we're about to see some 0-drop rhinos on the battlefield. This will be the turn 2 Shardless Agent. Wait, nope, never mind. They played a Bird of Paradise. That only works if there's no 1-drops in the deck. So this may just be green, black, or white. Assassin's Trophy? Okay. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Ordinarily, that would have been good. Here? Maybe not. We are a land ahead, and that means we're at least going to get Jegantha next turn. Inquisition, see Tron and Ulamog. Ooh, Giver of Runes, interesting. Cast that Wandering Archaic. If they go for that Assassin's Trophy, we're taking their land with us. Or something else. No, no reason not to just put it in hand. Tap land. Oof. Alright, here comes the Ulamog. Taking their lands because anything else they'd give protection. And we'll make them decide whether to use... They're going to use the Giver of Runes to block here. But there's no reason not to just put a little pressure on them. Ooh, Solitude. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, and that's the end of the game. What do we want? Potentially some relics. They have main board land destruction. They were running Giver, and so that could be an artifact base, or not artifact base. Yeah, well, it could be a Stoneblade deck. I don't think it is though. Maybe just Abzan. Is this just an Abzan deck where we'd want the relics? Potentially Veil for Vindicates and Assassin's Trophies. But if they have them early, we'll go down the Abundant Harvest for some Veil of Summers. Warping Well wouldn't have been bad for creature removal too. Maybe I'll go that next round. They're on the play again, which means they can have answers, and they do run Inquisition, possibly Thoughtseize, possibly Grief. So I don't want to go too low on the hand. This is a decent, it has decent rebuild to it, so we will keep. Go for the slower game, harder to destroy the hand. They'll grab the Expedition map here. Yep. Go for a Chromatic Star. If they have double hand removal, that's going to be annoying, but we at least have potential with a bunch of redraws. And Chromatic Star, if they do its side to Assassin's Trophy, we get a draw anyway. Three Minds, crack for green. Unfortunate. They're going to get the Triome. Okay, yeah, Abzan. Do they hold up a Vindicate here, or do they go for a threat? Liliana, alright, decent. I'd say we're in a rough spot, though. Should have played that one last, but oh well. Ooh, but that's a nice find. Alright, if they're playing smart, or if they have it, they'll destroy the power plant this turn. No reason not to. Grief. That's unfortunate. There goes the Karn Liberated. That also lets them know we have Tron and they still have all their mana up. Yep. Oh, and they've got the Ephemerate combo. Yep. All right, we're on. We need something in the top two. Hell, it's something. Yep. They're gonna set up for the ultimate on the yeah. Okay, they're gonna try and get rid of a creature. Nice. That's an unfortunate draw. But they didn't try for the ultimate on the Liliana. So grateful for that. That's a bit unfortunate though. No, I think we, just having never gotten Tron, well, no, we had Tron for a little bit, just no decent, they took all our threats by the time we got it. 4, 5, yeah, if we had Tron, that would have been really good, but without it, we're just going to lose the card. Yeah, they gotta have us in a semi-lock unless we get a card we can play. This game is now heavily in their favor. Grief. Ugh. It's giving us grief. 1 mana short. Alright, let's see if they get greedy on the Liliana and don't ultimate it. Three cards out of my hand, though. That was rough even later in the game. The fact that it's free, they get it out for free, but it's a 4-drop is rather annoying too, because usually if it's at least a low cost, Blast Zone can do something. In points like this, we're dead next turn unless we draw something, or they get protective. Nope, they're gonna go for 4. What can we find? There's both the Ulamogs. A little late to the party. Okay, knowing that they have that, I still like the Veil of Summer. Yeah, I still think we run it the same. Keep. Turn 3 Tron. With a potential Veil of Summer. Alright, let's see what they have. Grief would be the worst. And do they have Ephemerate? And they have the Ephemerate. Yep. That is unfortunate. Because we now lose the Ulamog. Yep. Destroyed our hand. I think we need to gamble here. We are hoping for a good top deck. Not quite what we were hoping for. Caldra complete, yep. Right, Yavimaya. Only thing that precludes is an Ulamog, which, nope, we're just going to draw lands. Go shields down for a turn to get out a blocker. Do we trade? It's not really a trade. All right, what can we find? Come on, something playable. Well, that is playable. But ultimately not what we're looking for. Oof, that's not good. All is dust? Yeah, pretty much, I think. It might be our only hope here. Karn no longer saves us. Are we just dead to that? Yep, I believe we're just dead to that. If not, we live on 1 and really need an all is dust. Grief can't be blocked. It has Menace. Of course it does. Do I have a way to live this? No, I don't think I do. That's going to be game. Yeah, that wasn't going to get there. Karn was what we needed. All right. Yep, that is not a fun match. And that grief needs to be 3 cards out of a hand for 1 mana is way too much. Even for a 2-card combo. Plus a 3/2 with Menace. Well, let's see what we can salvage here. Mulligan. Still a mulligan, 1-lander. We'll keep over going to 3. But we are in a bad spot. Usually good colors, but in this instance, I'm not so sure. Drawing a Tron land was nice, though. Shame we didn't keep the Chromatic, but I think this was still the safer hand to keep. And the colors are green, blue. All right. So probably going to be a Shardless Agent deck. No, maybe not. They have a 2-drop. A new card, though. All right, let's see what they've got. I feel like this is going to be some kind of combo. Now you have, it's green blue, so Gilded Goose. They're just going to generate a bunch of tokens from the look of it. Yeah, depending on how many they can get, though, that could become worrying. Do they have the potential for land destruction? I think they do, but we can't... Yeah. We're better off trying to find a threat, I think. Karn? Yeah, Karn. And we'll run out the expedition map. The good news is our lower cost cards aren't really going to matter to them that much. Yeah, they could have counter spells though. Tireless Tracker. Oh no. That actually, oof. How many can they get? Alright, they presented a few different things, but that certainly seems like the most nope on the board. So we're going to nope that away and get out a blocker. Alright, they've got a backup. Doesn't have haste though. Chitterfang, okay. That still seems like the more or less need to get out of here card. And we'll get out the Wurmcoil Engine. Could have used the expedition map to get a land. I think I want to hold it up just in case. Collected Company, alright. Oof, okay, so they've got definitely token generation in the deck. Do we leave them a turn? I think we have to leave them pretty much a turn of this. And we'll use Blast Zone to clear out their 3 drops. They do get to do some hand refillment here. If they get a land, they can get a lot. Get out a Thragtusk. And we'll start swinging in for some damage. Up to 28 life. Their token engine is fairly stopped for the moment. All right. More food token generation. I think Ugin's our best card if we can find him. Nope, but potentially next turn. They didn't leave themselves a mana to use the Aether Spellbomb to protect their creature, so... Oh, wait, no, they have a food. They can. Yep. But I think as soon as we find an Ugin or an Ulamog, that'll be over. They've got a lot of tokens, but they're not getting the most benefit out of them without the engine. And they've got to redeploy this turn. Yep, forgot these guys tap for mana with food tokens. Didn't forget wholeheartedly, but I forgot partially. Interesting, they're trying to protect the card in their hand, which means it's likely a collected company. The fact that they didn't wait on that, though. I would have waited at that point because they don't know what else I have. That means, yep, they're going to lose that one creature. I guess we'll take a Wandering Archaic. No creatures that can really deal damage out on the field. Nothing else that can do this turn. We'll just go ahead and swing. Double blocking is interesting. Let me take a look at that cat again. Okay, so as long as they have a food, they can return it to the battlefield. That's pretty good engine. They're out of food now, though. Plenty of mana. They can start using clues to refill their hand. Yep. Slow, but I think we're getting incremental advantage here. Okay, well, that's a lot of life they can now gain. Take that card out of their hand. Oh, hey, Urza Saga. Crack for green. We'll go ahead and get Sanctum out. Well, we got a copy of Collected Company. Doesn't really do anything, but fun nonetheless. Do we just win this turn? Then gain 1 life. Yeah, I think we will have them. Long game, though. Nope, they are still dodging. Never heard my phone make that sound before. Alright, they need to block 2. Are we going for a timeout potentially? We're gonna have to watch it. We have 54 life on it. There is this saga. Powerful with a number of tokens they can generate. And they couldn't find there. All right, game 2. I think we want the Warping Whales. And we'll go down on Wandering Archaic as well. Fun as it is copying their collected companies, only thing we could really get was an Elvish Reclaimer. So, kind of fun though. Interesting build. It's not a deck I saw coming. I'm definitely placing it in a tier 2, but if you like token generation, this has token generation. One thing though is that Urza Saga land may power it up. They got it a little late, but you know, get that out in the battlefield. They had enough tokens that would generate some powerful creatures, at least 2, because you can activate it on that 3rd turn before going to get an artifact. Maybe some argument for Nature's Claim. I wouldn't use it on the tokens, but that token multiplier, but maybe Warping Whale does the same. And we do have to watch our time because that was a long game. Yep. Right. Yeah, we'll keep. Go for a mine into a Chromatic Star. Alright, they got a turn with this guy out. That's could be rough. Ah, the earlier is a saga. We'll see if that has any impact. Alright, we got a Thragtusk next turn. Yep. That becomes a 4/4. Let's see what artifact... Oh! I know what artifact I can grab. Karn Liberated. Alright. Another Urza Saga. Warping Whale is interesting. Grab a power plant. Crack for green. All right, we will block here. Take 6. Take 7. Yeah, those are powerful when they increase like that. Okay, we'll lose the mana. Pretty heavy swing. Ooh, that actually hurts. Come on. Does that save me? Nope. Huh. That's a lot of 9/9s. Yeah, this is just going to come too late, it looks like. I can block one, but that bounce effect was pretty effective. Thought I had an extra blocker. Did not. No, we're going to just go ahead and concede because save a little what time we do have for the next game. Oof. Okay, now that Urza land is no joke. Yeah, well, Nature's Claim over Wurmcoil here. 2 in a row, that's 4 of those guys. Yeah, that's a bit too much power. Tron plus threat, that's a keep. There's a goose. It is on the loose. All right. Having Tron in hand is decent. Collector Oof is a turn slow. We'll get rid of the Oof because we want them to sink their mana into that Urza Saga. With 2 Nature's Claims in hand, yep. We'll start going after their hand and play an expedition map. Probably grabbing a Blast Zone. Likely they create a Pithing Needle here. Yep. Okay, they didn't go for the token. Interesting. Collected Company. Grabbing a Blast Zone. Play the Blast Zone. Nature's Claim away this. Boop away that. And pass. Gotta watch the time. And that's a good draw. We will cast the Ulamog, take their lands, and I think we've got it on lock unless they can seriously stall, which it can't. All right, there we go. That was a 2-3 league. Thank you for watching. Definitely ran into some of the newer cards. Definitely I'm a fan of the Genie Tron in this meta over the Creature Tron builds, but gave it a shot, played some interesting matchups. Let me know what you think down below. Tectonic Edge here, signing out.